Roll. Hello, Nathan from LJ Hooker. This is my wife, Louise.
Good morning.
And the NNL show, episode 7, is upon us. So we're moving through the year very, very quickly.
Already?
The market has continued to perform well throughout this year so far. We are seeing a bit of a slowdown in the number of quality homes for sale. I think that's because there's a lot of rental properties that have come on the market. I think you yourself have got a lot of
I've got
properties.
4 strata title units for sale, and they're all tenanted. So yeah, they're all coming on the market now. I think the investors are just moving on or going in a different way, or the sellers, and now obviously that leaves room for new investors or new owners.
So it is a good time for them because the rent returns are so high. So it is an attractive proposition.
Absolutely.
For
we know that there's not a lot of rental properties on the market. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody knows we're getting calls all the time. So it's certainly, if you are ready to take that next step to become an investor, there's absolutely been no better time, because you'll guarantee you get a tenant, you'll get a good price, and you'll get a good tenant because they're fighting for it. So you're going to be able to have the pick of the bunch.
Spoiled for choice.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So whenever there's an election on, there's always seems to be a bit of a slowdown with the market. And probably there has been a little bit of less inquiry over the last
couple
3
of
weeks.
Yes.
Yeah, and that could be because of the interest rate rise as well. But I don't think it's been as significant as previous years. I've been around long enough to see a few elections.
You probably have. How many? 4?
Don't know. Probably.
20 years, 4,
Well,
5, I should say. Yeah, somewhere between that, 4 or 5.
Make me sound old.
You are old.
Maybe I just started young.
You did start young.
All right, so let's have a look at the market stats.
Sure.
Get underway. So, do you want to start?
All right, I've got Canning Vale. So, right now the median value in Canning Vale is $645,000, which is the 4.5% increase. There's been 508 sales in Canning Vale.
So what I'm noticing about the graphs is that we're seeing big spikes.
Yes, absolutely.
The data's finally catching up with what's been happening over the last 4 months.
Huge,
So you see that big tick up. When we look at Thornley, increase of 5.8%, which is great. Median price is now $440.
Alrighty, Southern River. Now, we haven't looked at Southern River before. So the median value is 585, which is an 11.1% increase, which is ginormous.
Yeah.
213 properties sold in the last 12 months.
I mean, Southern River is a great option if you can't get into Canning Vale. So people are then turning to Southern River.
Yeah. And well, there's a lot of new builds still in Southern River as well.
You've got that modern design through there. And we had that unit in Southern River which sold within 1 week just recently.
Yes.
So we know that the market's moving well there.
Absolutely.
When we look at Gosnells, 10% increase. So median price now $354. And I think I did a post during the week showing that the median price was about $275 just over 18 months ago.
You got a lot of comments on that, actually. A lot of people shocked with the increase there, which is great.
So it's huge what's happened in the market. Even suburbs like Gosnells, Kelmscott, Armidale and the outer suburbs are performing really well.
Excellent.
Which is great.
Very good.
So a few listings coming up. Got this beautiful property in Thornley, 38 Hargrave Drive. So that's going on the market from $529.
And that is beautiful. It's a beautiful property.
Had a look yesterday.
So lovely. It's immaculate.
So big 4x2 plus study, and just finished off really, really nicely.
Plus a pool.
Pool and a big shed. It's got granite bench tops.
It's just been done so well. I really like it. It's really nice.
A+ for presentation.
A+, absolutely. 10 out of 10.
And you've got property coming up? Or
Yeah, so on the market at the minute, Unit 11, number 20, Gladstone Road in Armidale. This is tenanted, great rental return there. It is a really, really well presented villa, beautiful strata complex that's very well maintained. The villa itself is very modern, the colours are very neutral, the living space is great.
It's good rent return there too, isn't it?
Yeah, the rent return is excellent. Yeah, it's a prime villa there, so that one is definitely something to consider.
And you've got some others coming up within that area too.
Yes, I've got Kelmscott, Kenwick, and Maddington all coming up, all villas in there, all tenanted. So
you're going to be busy.
Very busy. And when with the tenancy, some are coming towards an end, some aren't. So some may be vacant by the time it all settles, but obviously that will be.
Are you going to have any time to help me anymore?
Of course, plenty of time. 7 days a week.
Yeah,
plenty of time.
You might outsell me soon.
Well, that was always the goal.
It's good for me.
We'll see.
All right. So we might discuss the interest rate rise, seeing as that's on everyone's agenda at the moment. And I don't think it's going to affect the market here in Perth as much as it's going to affect on the East Coast. They've got really big mortgages there, 700,000 plus. So any small rate rises over there is going to have a significant impact. Where here, our median prices are still quite affordable.
We did look into the maths, and we looked at a $500,000 mortgage. You're looking at an increase of approximately $65 a month, which is actually only $15 a week. So when you look at it like that, it's actually not as significant.
So if you stop going through McDonald's drive-through
to get a coffee, just to clear that up
3 times a week,
because I'm not eating McDonald's. I'm having my dirty chai with soy, just FYI.
Yeah.
But that's right. If I cut those 3 a week, that would be that's it.
Yeah. So the real problem will occur for us if the increases happen consecutively in a short period of time. If we get another 4 to 6, then certainly, because it affects people's borrowing
capacity.
So then that will slow things down. But at the moment, it's still full steam ahead.
Yeah, it's not so bad. Not so bad.
Not so bad at all.
Okay, good. The other thing we're going to talk about is a couple of little items that aren't covered in the contract with buying and selling.
Yeah.
This is your specialty.
Yes. So often you'll have a standard plumbing, gas, electrical to be in working order come settlement. But there are a few little things that aren't included on our contracts and most agents' contracts as well. So one of those is the water dampness coming through the shower wall. That's not covered. It's only covered if it's an actual pipe that's leaking, and that is extremely rare. So it's more down to the grout, needs resealing, so it's not covered in the actual contract as something that the seller would have to rectify.
Okay.
All right, so you might get a building inspection report and they'll come back saying there's water dampness there, but it's not something the seller has to fix.
Okay, good. Yep. Another one is the stove igniters.
Yeah, this is also a common thing where even at our house, a couple of the burners don't ignite straight away, so you've got to use a little pilot gun.
Yeah. And
in order for that to get repaired, you pretty much have to replace the whole stove. So that's not covered either. Okay. You just have to invest in a $5 lighter.
Yeah. So it just has to be working in the sense of the gas has to come on, whether it's... So for example, ours would be working because it does work when we use the igniter.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 And then swimming pool lights, often they don't work. Once again, in our house, swimming out the pool and doesn't work. That's not covered in the contract.
It's not. For me, it's not something that I even would think about, to be honest with you.
No, this is the nitty-gritty.
There's no nighttime swimming going on. All right, the other one is the smoke alarms. We just need to make sure that we're checking those. They can't be older than 10 years and they must be hardwired as well.
Yeah, so since the regulations come in, probably just over 10 years ago now, we're finding that a lot of them are expiring.
Yes.
So what you'd need to do is open up your smoke alarm. It will have a date in there. Now that's the manufactured date. So you add another 10 years to that and that will give you the expiry.
And obviously, if you've got any issues with that, we can certainly point you in the direction of the electricians that we like to use, and they can help you out with that.
So as part of the sale, you really should get an electrical safety certificate anyway.
Absolutely.
Make sure your RCDs and your smoke alarms are compliant. Just be aware that there's that 10-year age criteria on the smoke alarm.
Excellent. Okay, so we are going to wrap that one up today, aren't we? Because we do have a busy week.
I'm going to go and interview John and Dahlia.
Yes.
Because we're celebrating the 40-year anniversary.
Yeah, LJ Hooker.
Family.
Yes.
So I'm going to sit down with them and just get their thoughts on the industry.
And just before our big party on Friday night. Excellent.
All right.
Enjoy. All right.
Bye. See you later.